When I was a young man, I believed life was something to be conquered, that the self was a trophy waiting at the end of all our ambitions. But as the years passed, I learned something far more mysterious, that the self is not a prize to be won, but a seed that must be nurtured. You see, every person carries within them two lives, the one they live outwardly and the one that stirs quietly within. Most people spend their days chasing the outer life, hoping that success, love, and recognition will somehow reveal who they truly are. But the truth is, your true self doesn't shout from the world, it whispers from within. The first step toward becoming your true self is to face your shadow. I remember once speaking to a patient who could not understand why he felt trapped, surrounded by success, yet hollow inside. He had spent his life rejecting every flaw, every fear, every part of himself that didn't fit his ideal image. But what we ignore does not disappear, it grows in the dark. When we have the courage to turn toward our own darkness, we discover it holds the very light we've been seeking. Your shadow is not your enemy, it is your teacher. It contains the lost fragments of your being, the emotions you were taught to hide, the desires you were told to silence. To integrate the shadow is to make peace with your humanity. You cannot become whole by pretending to be perfect. Wholeness comes when you accept that you are both light and dark, creation and chaos. It is in this balance that the soul finds peace. The second step is to listen to the voice beneath the noise. Our modern world is loud. It tells you who to be, what to want, how to look. But deep down, there is a quieter voice, your inner guide, waiting patiently to be heard. Each time you pause, breathe, and listen, that voice grows clearer. Meditation, solitude, journaling. These are not escapes from life. They are pathways back to it. When you spend time with your inner world, you begin to understand your patterns. The fears that drive you, the wounds that shaped you, the dreams you've forgotten. And as awareness deepens, so does freedom. The third lesson is simple yet profound. Your task is not to become someone new. It is to remember who you already are. So many of us wear masks to survive. The professional, the parent, the friend, the ideal. But behind every mask lies the same question. Who am I truly? When you remove the masks, not in rebellion, but in honesty, you find that the true self was never lost, only buried under expectation. To live authentically is to let your inner truth breathe, even if it makes others uncomfortable. The privilege of a lifetime, as I once said, is to become who you truly are. And so ask yourself, what parts of me have I left in the shadows? What dreams have I silenced in order to belong? What truth within me is waiting to rise? When you begin to live those questions, sincerely, courageously, you begin the journey of individuation, not perfection, but integration, not escape, but presence. Becoming your true self is not an achievement, it is a lifelong unfolding, a quiet returning home. And when you finally arrive, you will see that the world has not changed, but you have. You will move through it not as someone seeking to be complete, but as one who already is. Remember, your soul is not waiting for you to do more. It's waiting for you to be more, consciously, courageously, completely.